Welcome to Tom's Tech Tips. Today is Friday, September 19th, 2025. Hope you guys had a great week and have a great weekend. This video is going to be a little different than some of my others. It's sort of going to have a true crime type of twist. Um, the information I'm going to present today is going to be very valuable to you, both personally and professionally. I'm going to go through it really quick to hopefully keep your attention span, because I know with my own attention span, it's only a couple of minutes. So let's get to it. Today, we're going to talk about how to increase your chances of getting hacked. And you would think that would sort of be counterintuitive. The purpose is sort of to explain to you how you can easily get hacked, and then we'll briefly cover how you can prevent this sort of thing from happening to you in the future. And in future episodes, we'll dive a little bit deeper in prevention methods. Now, don't panic. This is a fictional story, but it's based on a very real event that happened recently to one of our staff members. And trust me, it's a lot easier than you think. All right. So, one of our staff got a text from her bank. We've detected a fraudulent charge. Okay. She ignored it, thinking it was a scam. Smart move, right? A few minutes later, she gets a phone call from her bank. This time, the caller knows her full name, her address, and even the last four of her social. Feels legit. They tell her, before we proceed, we need to verify your identity. They send the code to her phone, ask her to read it back. She does. And just like that, the hacker now has full control of her bank account. So, how did it happen? Real simple. Every day you visit websites, you make accounts, and because you have a million of them, you reuse the same username and password everywhere. Let's say one of those sites is ilovecrochetingalot.com. It's great for crochet patterns, but cybersecurity, not really their specialty. At some point, hackers breach that site. They steal usernames, passwords, names, addresses, phone numbers. Among them, your email, crochetninja@gmail.com with the password, let's say nitwit123. The hacker gets that info. The hacker tries that username and password on Gmail, and it works. They're now in your email. That's step one. From there, they test your credentials on bank sites, Capital One, Bank of America, Citi, Amazon, and any other companies that might have emailed you before that are sitting in your email. So, what's next? The hackers try to log into your bank account. But good news, your bank started requiring you to use two-factor authentication a couple weeks back. So the hacker hits a roadblock for now. In the meantime, as they continue scrolling through your inbox, they see you recently took a trip to California. So they craft a text message. Capital One alert. Fraudulent charge at Yosemite National Park, $289.10. You ignore the text because you didn't go to Yosemite National Park. But then you get a call. Hi, this is John from Capital One on a recorded line. We're calling about suspicious activity on your account. They prove their legitimacy to you by repeating your name, address, and the last four of your social. Now you're convinced. They tell you, we just sent you a 6-digit code. Please read it back to verify your identity. What's really happening? That code is your bank's two-factor code. You just handed it to the hacker. The moment you give it up, they're in. And once inside, they change your phone number, your password, and start funneling money into burner accounts. Within minutes, every dollar is gone. How could you have prevented this? There's so many ways this could have been avoided. We'll dive into prevention steps in future videos, but here's one thing you can do right now that would be really eye-opening. Go to haveibeenpawned.com. That's have I been pwned.com. No need to create an account. Just type your email. You'll see every data breach your email has ever been in, from which companies, and what information was compromised. As you're reviewing the list of data breaches that you've been involved in, many of them probably unknowingly, but now you know, I would advise you to note which of those sites you use a password on that you also use on other sites. Once you do that, I want you to change your password on every single site that uses that same password immediately. Even better, use a different password for each site. A password manager can help you with that. There's lots of tools out there that can create and store complex, unique passwords for every account so you don't have to remember them all. In a future video, we'll go over some of those tools, but right off the bat, you have applications like Bitwarden, LastPass, Google and Apple can also help you with those. More recently, it seems as if the people within the East Stroudsburg Area School District were recently warned about smishing attacks, fraudulent texts like, I'm tied up in a meeting, I can't take calls right now, but I need you to do something for me right away. That's called smishing, phishing through SMS. Criminals trick you into giving up sensitive information. The best response, delete the message, report it as spam, and never ever reply. So, how do you increase your chances of getting hacked? Easy. Reuse passwords, trust caller ID, and hand over verification codes without thinking. But if you'd rather keep your money, your accounts, and your sanity, don't do any of that. Stay cautious, stay informed, and stay safe online. Thanks for watching. In the next videos, we'll break down some practical steps you can take to reduce your risk both at home and at work. I hope you all have a great weekend.